Hello and welcome to this edition of Designing Spaces, the show that's all about you and your space, your home and surroundings. I'm Debbie Marie.
And I'm David Jones. Safe, clean, efficient, and good looking. I'm not just talking about my partner, Debbie Marie. I'm talking about the ideal home. And today on Designing Spaces, we'll be taking our viewers one step closer to obtaining that ideal home.
Okay, you're very inspirational and positive today.
What, aren't you?
Well, yeah, but after that I have nothing to say.
Oh, you've got something else to say.
You mean?
Yes, and it's very important. Go ahead.
All right, so stick around and say it all right here on Designing Spaces.
Yes.
Is that good? Let's start with a home renovation project that has curb appeal, but at the same time can contribute to an energy-efficient home.
It's the final touch on our total garage makeover. Check this out.
When we think of home remodeling projects, what first comes to mind is the kitchen or bath, or converting that spare bedroom. But there's one important space that is often overlooked, the garage. What goes into a garage renovation can run the gamut. But one item, and probably the last item to be considered, would be the garage doors and openers. Not all garage doors are the same, as Designing Spaces discovered. We're here in Boynton Beach with Jim Magani, looking at a brand new garage door being installed right now. Jim, thanks for coming on the show today.
Thanks for having me, Brian.
Now, if a homeowner is ready to purchase a garage door, what should they be looking for before they make that selection?
Well, a few decisions they have to address is it a certain look they're looking for, a certain custom door, or would they prefer a door that's maintenance-free, maybe with high energy efficiency? And certainly what I think is probably most important are their safety features that are important to them and their family in the door.
Are there certain materials that we should also look for before buying a new door setup?
Various materials in the garage door industry. The two primary ones are wood or steel. Wood offers custom features, but it requires maintenance and upkeep. Steel doors are typically finish painted by the manufacturer. They offer virtually little, if no, maintenance at all whatsoever.
What makes a door more durable or long-lasting?
What makes a door durable begins with the section of the door. We use a 25 gauge steel, both inside and outside, and we offer a polyurethane foam-filled cavity. It's a high-density foam. It's chemically bonded to both the inside and the outside skin, so it adds a lot of structural integrity to the section, but it also increases the dent resistance of the door itself. And denting is a primary concern on any steel door, of course.
Absolutely.
Now I have a sample here that shows the two different layers of steel.
Oh, nice.
And you can see how the high-density foam fills every nook and cranny of that cavity. In addition to the sections, we use a 13-gauge commercial-grade track, which is extremely heavy-duty, of course. We use galvanized torsion springs, a galvanized tube, so that there's much greater resistance to rusting. Rusting is the primary cause of spring failure. We use a 13-gauge hinge that has a case-hardened pin and offers full contact the whole length of the hinge, and it's pre-lubricated. We use a steel roller with ball bearings, and it gives long, quiet life. The components are what adds to the overall durability of the door.
Okay, so as we could see, this door is very durable. I love the finish. What about some of the safety features? That's pretty important.
This door here has an anti-pinch rabbit, which means that nowhere during the course of the travel of the door can someone inadvertently put their fingers between the sections and get them pinched. And that takes care of both inside and out, so you're never going to catch your fingers. Another feature we use is a drop safety device. In case there's a spring failure, it prevents the door from free falling down and trapping somebody under the door. We also have Trax finger guards, which prevents somebody from putting their hands between the jamb and the track while the door is moving and potentially injuring their hand quite severely.
We also have the opener. So if we have the motor and we have the rail, what is most important in considering the opener itself?
Our opener is a DC motor belt drive. What that means, as opposed to an AC motor, a DC motor is extremely smooth and quiet in operation. It uses much less electricity than an AC motor.
Nice.
The Kevlar belt lasts a lifetime. Again, it's smooth and quiet in operation. It all rides in a one-piece heavy-duty C-channel rail, so that protects all the moving parts from dirt and dust and debris found in a garage, so it gives long life to it. It's also a maintenance-free opener, so that if the belt stretches over time, there's an automatic belt tensioner that takes up the slack. It has an auto latch feature, so that when the door is in the closed position, you can't force the door open.
Nice.
It's self-programmable, it's self-diagnostic. If there's any problems going down the road for the homeowner, it's easy to troubleshoot. And of course it has the safety beams on the bottom, so that if the safety beam is, if there's an obstruction or if the safety beam is broken as the door is operating, it will automatically reverse and go back up so people won't get trapped underneath. There is an audible signal that tells you there's an obstruction blocking the door opening.
It seems to have everything.
It's got all the bells and whistles.
You know, one thing right now everyone is talking about is going green or saving energy. Okay, so it's cost effective to save energy, and also it does help the environment. And we've all heard with garage doors in the wintertime heat escapes, and in the summertime heat comes through and it causes our electric bills to go up. So what today is going on to help address this issue?
We like to think of it as a complete package. When we install the door, we put a full perimeter weather seal on the sides and on the top. On the bottom of the door, there's a heavy-duty rubber bulb seal that seals across the floor. Between the sections, we have a between-section weather seal, you see right there. Yes. So all those components work together to prevent air infiltration. And again, going back to the insulation, it's a high-density polyurethane foam that gives structural integrity to the section, but it also gives a very high R value to prevent heat loss or cooling, or reduce your cooling costs.
That's great. Excellent. Now, how could our viewers find a Hormann garage door system with the silent drive?
We can be found on the web at hormann.us. You could go to our website and you could do a dealer locator, put in your zip code, and you'll find an installing dealer in your area. You could also look at the various models available, the color options, the window options, and you can make your selection that way.
Now, as you can see, this door has the finish, the durability, and the functionality. It's a gorgeous door. Jim, thanks for joining us on Designing Spaces today.
Thanks for having us.
I'm sure our viewers will now be assured of what to look for in a quality garage door. For Designing Spaces, I'm Brian Allen in Boynton Beach.
Okay, well, I have something to say in the last minute of today's show.
Okay.
You know, here on Designing Spaces, we hope that we have in part valuable information for you and your space to really serve as an inspiration for a happy, healthy, and enjoyable lifestyle.
Wow, it was really good. I
Thanks.
can't add anything to it. There's nothing left for me to say.
It's okay, we're out of time.
Oh, well, thanks for joining us today on Designing Spaces. I'm David Jones.
And I'm Debbie Marie. We'll see you next time.
It's really good. Did you write that yourself?
Yeah, I did. How'd you like it?
I loved it.
You can visit these websites to learn more about the participants on this edition of Designing Spaces.